What's good? So there are moments that I'm sure like you've experienced just like I have where you just got to get stuff done. You may not have a lot of time to do it, or maybe you had time, but things in life just popped up and you just got to get the job done. I know we've all experienced that, but there are also other moments where if we're being real about it, we keep it a whole hundred. We be making excuses. Yes, we be making excuses. I've made excuses before. I know you've been making excuses about stuff. Your mom's done made excuses about stuff. Your pops done made excuses about stuff. That librarian that's obsessed with mummies been making excuses about stuff. Everybody be making excuses. And I noticed that this same thing amongst whether it's entrepreneurs, singer-songwriters, rappers, producers, etc. So I figured let's have the discussion. Today I want to talk to you guys about the top excuses that a lot of y'all be making, the top excuses that I see a lot of entrepreneurs and musicians making. And today, y'all already know I'm gonna talk about it. But real quick, before we do that, gotta show love to the sponsors. So be sure to check them out. Check the links in the description of this video. And as always, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell. And let's get to work. Salutes to that. Alright, real quick, before I get into this list, if this does not apply to you, if certain ones do not apply to you and these aren't excuses that you making, don't take it personal. Like, if it don't apply, let it skate by. Cause some of y'all gonna want to skip the video because you hear something, you're like, that's not me, that's not me. Well, if it ain't you, then move on. A hit dog will holler though. Now let's get to this list. Okay, so let's dive in this first one. The first one that y'all be saying, that first excuse y'all be saying is, I'll do it later, or I'll get to it someday. Really though? Stop lying. Stop lying. You know how I know you lying? Let's start here. Some of y'all said that this year that you currently in, as you watching this video, that y'all were gonna work out this year. That's what you said. Before the year started, that's what you said. Some of y'all said you was gonna work out more this year. Some of y'all said you was gonna study more, that you was gonna get better grades this year. That's what some of y'all said. Some of y'all said that you were gonna study more. Some of y'all said that you was gonna do more around the house, right? More around the house that you gonna pick up. Some of y'all got dishes in the sink right now. Right now. Some of y'all watching this from your phone and you got clothes on the floor right now as I'm speaking. Some of y'all talking about that. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. Stop it. You not gonna do it. Stop lying. Listen, guys, saying I'll do it later or I'll do it someday just really shows a lack of commitment from your end. And what I mean by that, look, if you're trying to hang out with someone or someone really wants to hang out with you, y'all will set like a date to meet up, right? Like if you got to get something done, you set an appointment. Like if you're about to get married, like you set a date. If you're about to go to the studio, you set a date. Anything that's important to you, you set an actual time. You make actual time for it. You don't just put it off when it's actually important to you. So again, let's just stop with that. Stop saying you're going to do it later. Stop saying you're going to do it someday, because truth be told, you've been saying that for weeks and months, and for some of y'all, possibly even years. The second excuse I hear a lot of y'all say is that I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I know a lot of y'all say that. Listen, it's not true. That is not true. Now, that is not to diminish some of you guys that have a lot going on in your life. Like, seriously, I'm not talking about y'all that get into little spats or little arguments or little coworker things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that you guys that have real life things happening around you, whether it's your health, or the health of family members, or you're taking care of people, like certain circumstances like that. I'm not talking about y'all. For the rest of y'all though, saying that you don't got time, here's the truth. You have the same 24 hours that everybody else does. You have the same 24 hours that I have. The difference between maybe my 24 hours and someone else's 24 hours are my choices. The difference between your 24 hours and everyone else's 24 hours are the choices that you are making with that time. Matter of fact, if I'm being honest, I find that people that say I don't have time, especially when it comes to their music or whatever their career field is or what they want to attain, those people often don't have it as their priority. So artists that say to me like, yo, Sarge, I don't have time to make music or work on music, it's mainly because music ain't their priority. And honestly, based off your life situation and your life circumstances, that's okay. That's okay. But what I am saying is, listen, if music matters to you or whatever you're trying to do in the future, if it really matters to you, you will put other stuff down and you will make time for what you claim to love. That's all I'm saying. You do have the time though. Okay, the next excuse that I hear, and this isn't mentioned a lot, is the fact that some of y'all say, well, I need to get more ears on this. I need to get more feedback before I release this to the public. Okay, listen, guys. And I'm not trying to like tail on y'all or get on y'all or anything, because truly I understand that point. Like, I get when you want to put out like a quality product. Like, obviously you don't want to release no trash out to the world. Like, I surely understand that, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But there does come a point, right, where you've been putting in that work, you've really been grinding, and you've cleared the good music test. You guys, a lot of y'all that are watching this video, your music is actually good. Your music is good, right? You've cleared the bar of good music. Now, here's the thing. Once you clear that bar of good music, please stop asking for as much feedback as you're asking for. Or, matter of fact, let me phrase it this way. Why are you asking permission to be good? Why are you asking for permission to be dope? You dope. You dope. Whatever lane you're in, regardless of what genre you're doing, like, you're good. Yes, it's always good to have another ear on something that you're doing. But if you going through your whole friends list asking people, and you're asking family members, asking coworkers, at that point, man, you just fiending for attention. You just looking for a compliment. That's all that is. Listen, you don't need permission. You don't need validation to be good. Release music that you like, that you think is dope, and your fans will follow you to the end of your journey. Okay, and this one, I'm sure many of you expected to hear this one from me doing this video. This excuse is just, yo, I don't have the money. Bruh, I don't got the funds, man. I don't have the finances to make music, to do this music thing. And just being transparent, y'all, like, I used to feel the exact same way. I really, really did. Like, that was stuck in my head. That probably prevented me from making more songs than anything else. That probably, prevented me from dropping more content than anything else that I ever did. But I did get to the realization that not even that excuse is true either. And it goes right back to what I mentioned earlier with priorities. You see, truth was, if I actually sat down and I thought about it, and I looked at everywhere my money was actually going, and I was paying attention to where my time was spent, I actually had the time and the money to accomplish anything that I wanted to do if I planned it out. If I said that, yo, I want to have this microphone, I'm gonna have to save up this much money when I get a paycheck, or do this or do that, or I have to save this up for marketing, or this performance, or this promo, I could get it done. If I said I was going to get 3 songs written by this certain time frame, and this is what I'm going to have to cut out this week, and then next week, and then I'm going to have to stay off YouTube, I'm going to have to stay off of TikTok, of this, off that, I would get it done. Look, y'all, I just got to call it how I see it. And if you're an artist, if you're a singer, if you're a rapper, if you're a producer, musician, band, whatever, you have no excuse. You have no excuses. You have no excuse for not dropping music, no excuse for not dropping content, dropping videos, etc. Because there's so many cheap and free resources out there. I mean, you guys have heard me say this before. You guys have 2 of the strongest tools ever, and that's YouTube and Google. You can find so many free resources and low cost resources and equipment and all that other stuff to get the job done. Now, hold on. I already know what some of y'all are saying. Matter of fact, I'm going to show this to y'all, because I already know this is what some of y'all are saying. Some of y'all are already saying stuff like, well, I don't have the money that, someone else has, or they have more followers than me, or they have a team, or they have plenty of places where they can get videos done, or they have a studio. Stop it. Yo, you are limiting yourself. Here's a question I got for you. All that stuff that you just mentioned about whatever person is in your head, or whatever group of people you thinking about, what does what they're doing have to do with you? What does that have to do with you and what you can get done? They might have a bigger budget than you. Cool. They might have certain connections. Cool. That has nothing to do with you making dope art, connecting with people, telling your stories, maybe making some visuals and things like that, and showing the world who you are. Yes, like it takes time. Yes, it takes some money. Yes, sometimes it takes just knowing the right people, but you'll get there. You have to trust the process. And by you not dropping any content, no music, none of that, or just flat out making excuses of why you can't do stuff, you're not going to get nowhere. You're not going to get anywhere. And we just had that, we had to have this open dialogue. Y'all know, man, I love y'all. We got to have that open dialogue and just keep it all 100. But the real question is, what do you guys think about this video? Do you guys feel like this was helpful? If so, man, go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you guys get notified every time I drop a new video. Also, if there's a particular topic y'all want me to talk about, go ahead, drop it in the comment section. I do read my comments and I will add it to the list. And as always, man, be you, enjoy your life, and live authentic. Salutes to that, and I'll catch y'all later.